Hi, and welcome to my webinar. I'm going to give you a very quick introduction to how the Highways Agency have been selling to us all these years without us even knowing about it. It's a really fun little parallel that we can use in our marketing every single day of the week. So it's a little bit of lightweight Easter fun, but there's actually some interesting stuff in there. So should we get started? I'm going to share my screen. I'm going to show you what I'm talking about. Okay, let's get going. So this is a download, by the way, that you can have just by following the link that should be in the post somewhere. Don't know where, in the top, I should expect. Okay, skipping through some of the boring stuff. Let's get to the meat. We've all found ourselves at the services wanting a coffee, but did we need it? Did we think we wanted? Did we actually need to go for a wee then? I don't know. Sometimes we did, sometimes we don't. But what's actually happening is we're being sold to, and it's really sophisticated. Whether the Highways Agency intended to do this or not, I have no idea, but it actually worked out pretty well. So let's have a quick look at a few principles that we've got to understand first. So this is something that only 10% of digital marketeers are actually embracing. So the thing is, these kind of techniques are right under our noses and we're not using them. So we wrote a guide some time ago called the Ultimate Nurture Sequence. And the Ultimate Nurture Sequence gave the 6 stages of a human argument, all about how to introduce a product, introduce social proof, introduce fear, introduce urgency, introduce logic, all these kind of wonderful things. And what we've done is we've actually looked at the DNA of the motorway marketing science, and they do the exact same thing. It's really clever. So sometimes as a marketeer, we're looking to move a button around or change a subject line and just squeeze a little bit more out of an open rate or a click rate or an impression rate. But actually, the truth of it is, we don't need to do that. Look at how the motorway does it to us. And there's no split testing or optimization there. It just works. So let's go and have a look at what I'm talking about. So one of the first things is the secret is in the signage. So the signage is all about simplicity. And I'll show you some actual examples in a minute. It's all about simplicity and it's about repetition without being repetitive. I know that sounds like a bit of a juxtaposition, but it's something that you can do. Part of this human argument that I mentioned a moment ago is about building up. You're talking about the same thing, but you're coming at it from different angles. I'll show you how the motorways do that in just a second. The other thing is, motorway signs are a support to us. They're not selling. Well, we don't think they are, but they are. So they're seen as a trusted ally. So the question is about your comms, what you're sending out to your customers or your recipients. Are they seen as a trusted ally? Are you seen as a trusted ally? Because if we can get into that point where our recipients trust us, then it's a lot easier to use this stealth sell mechanism. So let's go. Right, the other thing is creating scarcity and urgency is critical. So just as the motorway does as well, I'm going to get onto the motorway signs in just a second, just a couple of little more things. Creating scarcity in what we do is really hard, really, really, really hard. But as a marketeer, if I've got a product that's always available, I can have it whenever I want, and there's no scarcity, I can just have it. It's so difficult for me to try and drive some urgency, a little bit of go, a little bit of do it now, because we know as marketeers that unfortunately the negative sides to our messaging, so the urgency or the fear messaging actually pulls better. I don't know if it's hardwired from Mother Nature or something to focus on this sort of stuff or not, listen to danger more than we listen to the singing of the birds or whatever. But the point is, if we in marketing can create scarcity or any sort of urgency, we will always get a better result from our communications. And I'm going to show you now in just a second how the motorway or highways agency creates scarcity and actually create that urgency for you. So this is where it gets cool. Almost there, almost there. Everybody's journey is different. How cool is this, right? So everybody on the motorway is going their own way to their own destination at their own time with different people in the car, different contexts, day or night, yet the same signs deliver the message. That's clever. So, you know, sometimes this helps me sort of rationalize. Is it about constantly trying to get to smaller and smaller audience segmentation? Yes, it is. But at the same time, it's a little bit about understanding that the core messaging, if it's strong, it works with all sorts of different segments. I'm going to show you that in just a second. I will get there, I promise. So this is the 7-step motorway journey. So these are the steps that the highways agency undertake in order to get you into the service station. Okay, so the first thing they do is they introduce to you the fact that the services, and look, you can see first services is in 22 miles, then there's one in 33, and then 66. So I've got to ask myself the question, can I last? I might need a wee, I might need a coffee. Who knows, can I last? So the point is, this is the first step in this creating scarcity message. Very clever. Oh my God, I can just about last to 22 miles, but I can't get to the next services. So I'm gonna go in here. Or I think I can make it. I might go for this one or the next one, but I'm gonna go eventually. So why not maybe this one or the one after? I don't wanna wait 66, that's an hour. Step 2, listen to this, adding the detail. So look at that message that created that first engagement. It just had services and the name on it. How simple. Creating now, adding the detail. Adding the detail is not done through complex structures of different brand messaging. It's just saying, this is what we got here. Look at the simplicity. So in the instance of an event invite, we'd start to add a little bit more detail about the keynote speaker perhaps. But the point is, it's coming in 5 miles. So I've gone 22 miles, 17 miles, and I've now got only 5 miles to go. So I'm thinking, wow, pretty close. Okay, thank God, only 5 miles to go. But again, the simplicity, there's no words other than the word services, pre-header services, 5 miles. Really, really simple. Now, some people might be thinking, now you mention it, I'm getting close to the services, I might pop in. So think about that in terms of the event. When you told me about it, it was a month away. I'm like, oh, I can't really be bothered. Tell me about it a few days away. I'm thinking, okay, maybe I've got some space in my diary then. Maybe I could go to that event then, maybe. But in the services, I'm thinking, it's 50-50, this one or the next one. Let's have a look. Then guess what? The real sense of urgency kicks in. So what the motorway, now they didn't need to do that last sign. They don't need this sign. It's not needed. But if I want to get my message across, it's absolutely needed. So here I'm dropping one in, which has got a little bit more detail. It's reaffirming the fact that it's only 1 mile to go now, and you've got coffee there, you've got fuel, you've got food, you've got toilets, all these wonderful things. So they've combined them. There's a little bit more detail in this message, but it's still pretty sparse. Now at this point, I'm keeping my eyes peeled for the exit. I'm looking. Now, just in the interest of speed, step 3, you are gonna miss out. These 3 signs, look at the simplicity. Now, granted, these are mandatory for any exit off a motorway. But the point is they work in favor of getting me off the motorway into the services. It's creating urgency. It's only 100 yards, better go. Yards, that's old school. Point is, it's like it's creating that urgency. I've got that choice. But then the next thing, here we go. Yes, we're here, Costa Coffee. All those people that were still a little bit, well, I'm not sure. Oh, well, it's only... Go on, I'll log in and have a look. Sorry you've missed it. Next services in 11 miles. So there it is. So one of the things that we don't know about is one of our highest engagement periods comes immediately after your missed opportunity. So as marketeers, can we be smart? Can we get the people that have missed out, that said that they might want to come but didn't come, the day after, immediately after, that is the highest rate of engagement for people rebooking for the next event. So at this point, I've just driven past the services, I've missed it, and I'm thinking, well, I'm definitely going to the next one because I kind of fancy a coffee now. Might even need a wee. So really, really important stuff that you look at these things. It's like I say, it was just a quick bit of fun. This is a really short, lightweight webinar, this one, and it's just to show you what the kind of things that we're talking about in our webinar series is. So if you fancy this, you like it, book in on the next one, and we'll happily, it's all free. We've got some great series coming up soon. Just book in and we'll tell you what the agenda is and you come and join in. So hopefully see you soon. All the best. Bye-bye.